Here we are continuing on this web UI. UI here, it is a user interface. Here, user interface. Here, web UI programming. In this UI programming, we are going to learn here web UI programming. Under this, here I'm going to teach HTML 4 and 5. Second topic CSS 2 and 3. Third topic is on JavaScript. Here fourth one, here it is jQuery. Here fifth Ajax. Here sixth responsive design. Here responsive design. Seventh one will be here Bootstrap. Eighth one will be here less and SAS programming. Here ninth one is project. Here 10th one is exam. Here 10th one will be here exam. Okay, total duration of my course will be here 2 months. 2 months I'm going to continue on all these topics. Here I'm explaining here UI. In this UI, I'm going to teach all these topics like this. Let me save. 9 o'clock. Today's date 22nd. 22nd October at 9 p.m. Let it demo. Here, UI means here, when you enter any URL in the browser, whatever application you can see, that is what UI. Here, when you enter google.com or facebook.com, whatever application you will enter, so that is what one UI. Here, suppose if it is a google.com, here you can see Google logo and one search option. Once you click on this search option, your data will be redirected to server. Here, my Google page will be redirected to server page. Server connected to database. Here, my search option is going to the server. Server connected to database. Database back to server. Server will give you resultant page for us. This resultant page is our UI page. Here, starting page is a UI page. Here, starting page is a UI page. Resultant page is also a UI page. Here, we are learning here, starting page is a UI page and resultant page is also a UI page. You will get all the list of links. Link 1, link 2, link 3, you will get all the list of links. Whatever you will search it in Google, all the links you will get it here. Here, all the links you are getting here. This list of all links, what you are getting here, that is all by here, our server program. So here, we are learning here UI. In this UI, here, this server program will connect to database. So it will fetch that input from the server. Here it is our server program. These server programs are here PHP, Java, .NET, Python. Here all comes under server pages. Here Python, etc., all comes under servers. Here databases are here. Here Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server. Here SQL Server, MongoDB. Here MongoDB, etc., all comes under databases. Here these all comes under databases. These all comes under server pages. Here 3 team of developers are working on one single application. One is front-end developer, another one server-side developer, another one database developer. Here 3 team of developers are working here. Web UI developers. Here they concentrate only the UI part for our application. Server-side developers, they'll concentrate on the server-side development. Here database developers, so who work out on the databases, they called as database developers. Here like this, 3 team of developers will work out here. See this architecture, we call it as MVC architecture. This complete architecture, we call it as MVC. Model View Controller Architecture, we always follow to design our output. Here, we are following here MVC architecture. Model View Controller architecture. Generally, we'll design it to design our application. Here in this MVC architecture, you can find it here, model part and the controller parts. Here we are following MVC architecture here. See this model page and controller pages. Here UI page, here in this UI page, it will connect to server. Here, this UI page, view page is comes under our UI page. Here, model part is our front end part. Here, model controller. Here, this controller part is by server program. View part is also by server program. Here, view part is by UI programming. Controller and model is by server programs. Here, we always follows MVC architecture. The result of Google, whatever you will search, all the list of links, you will get it immediately. In the backend, it will work out with a server program, database, and front end. Here, front end connected to server, server connected to database, database back to server. This is totally MVC architecture. We always follow to design our output. In this MVC architecture, here in this MVC architecture, model view controller architecture, we are following here. In this time, that model and controller and view part we are using here. View part is our UI programming. In this time, here we are going to see here model view controller architecture. Under this, here model part, view part, controller part, how to develop it, you can check it. Here, at this time, see, I'll show you one URL here, one Facebook web page. Yesterday I showed you. Facebook is one example for front end is connecting with the, here this is one front end. It will connect with one server page that is PHP. PHP we are using as a server page for our application. Here PHP we are using as the server page for this. So now right click inspect element on this. See here, you can find it here. Here, this is what here our UI page. UI connected to server, server connected to database. Here, UI is connecting with the server, server connecting to database. This total architecture, we call it as MVC architecture. Here, model view controller architecture, generally we will follow to design our output. Here, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. In this time, doc type here it is document type of HTML. Here itself you can check it here, HTML start and close, head start and close, and body start and close. In this head section, just if you delete the head part for our application, output will come like this. If you just delete the head part for our application, output will be like this. So any web page standard code is here, doc type HTML head and body. Here for any HTML page, here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. Here doc type, this is the standard code. Here it is exclamation doc type HTML. Here itself HTML start, HTML close. Here only you can see that here head start and close and body start and close. Head and body tag we use it here for writing header information and body content. Under this head section, CSS code we will write it by style tag. Style tag we use it here for writing CSS code. Script tag we use it here for writing JavaScript. Here style tag and then script tag. Here, script tag, we use it here for writing JavaScript code. Here, this way you can see. Here, style tag code, whatever I'm writing here, this style tag code, we usually write it by CSS. Here, style and script, we use it here to design our output. Here in this doc type HTML head and body, under this head section, we'll write CSS and JavaScript code is by. Here, CSS code is by style tag. Script tag, we use it here for writing JavaScript. Here, I'm implementing my output here. CSS code, we are going to write it here. And JavaScript code, we are going to write it here. Here, this is mainly here front-end application. This front-end application basic code is here, doc type HTML head and body. This is HTML code. HTML is a hypertext markup language. Here it is a hypertext markup language. Markup means here it is a tag-based programming. Markup is nothing but it's a tag-based programming. Here markup is nothing but it's a tag-based programming. Tag is nothing but it's an instruction to browser. We can give instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here we are learning here HTML page, HTML here. Under this HTML, you can check it here. Tags are nothing but instruction to the browser. We can give all our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. Here we are learning. Here doc type HTML head and body. Head tag is used to write our header information. In this, here header information, we are using here to write that CSS code and JavaScript code. Inside the body tag, whatever tags we'll learn it here. Images, buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list, all we will learn it under this HTML. See here, if you want, you can check it here. In this site, here in this URL, here in this Facebook URL, you can check it here. Here, once you refresh, it will come back with the basic file. See here, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. Here, doc type, it is document type of HTML. Doc type here it is document type of HTML. Here, doc type is nothing but document type of HTML. Okay, here it is one tag. This is one instruction. We are giving instruction to the browser. See here, doc type HTML head and body. See, inside the body, you can see total buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list, all by body tag. Head tag is used to write only header information. Just delete this head. Here I deleted the head part for my application. Output will be like this. This is totally head tag. Output will come like this. So in this time, so doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. Once you refresh, all will back. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of this web page. In this, head tag is used to write header information. Body tag is used to write body part of our application. Under this head section, generally we'll write CSS code. See, we understood here buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list, all we are writing with this HTML. Here, HTML is used to write buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list, all by here buttons. One second. Here, buttons, images, radio buttons. Here, checkbox. Here, checkbox, drop down list, all we will write it under this HTML. Under this HTML only, we'll learn all this. CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here itself, cascading style sheet. Here it is mainly used for style part of web page. Style part of the web page, we can create it with this CSS. Here under the style part, you can see that here alignment of web page, here background colors, borders, text related styles, font related styles, etc. We will learn it under the CSS. Here under the CSS only, we will learn it here. Here we are going to learn the CSS topic here. Under this only, we are going to learn background colors. Here background colors, border, text related styles, font related styles, and alignment. Here 2D, 3D graphics. Here animation, etc., etc. We will learn it under this JavaScript. Here under this JavaScript only, we will learn all these topics. Here CSS gives you alignment of our application. That alignment will do it like this. Next one here itself, you can check it here, JavaScript. JavaScript adds functionality. Functionality of web page, we can create it using JavaScript. Using JavaScript only, we can add it here, functionality to our application. These functionalities are here. Here, functionality of a web page. That is what here, validations, cookie, local storage. Here, session storage. Here, animations. Here, map tag, model box. Here, like this, some programming part, we will learn it under JavaScript. Here, functionality is nothing but programming part. See here, if I submit it, I'll get error message. Here, this email address box, password box is by HTML. This button and this background one, this layers all by HTML. This background color and this background color, this heading size and border color, here button color, these all by CSS. Yesterday I showed you button color, I changed it and I applied the CSS effect for this. See here, this is the CSS effect. You see here, whatever color I'm applying here, that color will be effect to our button. Okay, see here. The button color got changed. This is because of CSS. Here, because of JavaScript, we are getting here error messages. Error message is just because of JavaScript. Here, JavaScript adds functionality to our application. This functionalities all are like this. Next one here itself, jQuery. Fourth topic of our course here, jQuery. Here, jQuery is an external library. Here, external library of JavaScript. jQuery is nothing but it's an external library of JavaScript. jQuery 3.7.1.js. Here, jQuery ripple.js. Here, jQuery UI.js. Here, jQuery validation.js. Here, jQuery, cycle.js. Like this, etc., etc. So many jQuery files we have. jQuery is an external library. Because of that, you can easily develop your application with this jQuery. Here, jQuery is an external file. With that, you can easily develop your application with this. jQuery is an external library of JavaScript. With this, we can easily develop our application with this jQuery. Here, we are learning here JavaScript. We are learning here jQuery. jQuery is a JavaScript only, but it is a ready-made file, external file. Here with this, you can directly implement your application. See here, in this time, you can check it here. See, if you check it here, jQuery cycle, here, just if you search for jQuery cycle, you can show you here cyclic rotation of images. That image slideshow, we can show to the user. Here, image slideshow. See here, shuffling, zooming, fading. Here, this is shuffling effect. This is zooming effect. This is fading effect. This type of effects we can create it because of jQuery. Here only turn down. See, image will come down. Turn down effect, curtain X effect, scroll right effect. Here, this type of effects we can create it for our program. This is possible by jQuery cycle. Here, because of jQuery cycle, you can create this type of output. Next one here itself, jQuery and followed by Ajax. Here, Ajax is a asynchronous. Here, asynchronous JavaScript and XML. It is a asynchronous process, not a synchronous, it is asynchronous. Asynchronous process here, client will send the request to server. Server has to give the response without refreshing and without redirection. Here, without refreshment, without redirection. So what is this without refreshment, without redirection? See here, if I open one site here, see in this asynchronous process, here if I open one site, here without redirection, without refreshment of the web page, if you get your output, that is asynchronous. See here in this menu bar, if I click any of the menu here, see it is completely redirected to that page. If I click one more menu here, see it is completely refreshing and redirecting. URL is changing and refreshing. See here, if I want to go for retail login, see it is redirect. But see here, this is asynchronous. When you click on it, it is completely redirecting and refreshing, displaying the output. That is what here, that is the output of here Ajax. See, sorry, synchronous call. Here, if you check it here, so whatever you want to know, that information you can get it here like this. See, without redirection, we are getting the output for this. Here, without redirection, you are getting output for your application. This is possible by here, without redirection, without refreshment, if you get your output here, this is what Ajax. Without redirection, if you get your output here, this is Ajax. But here, with redirection, you are getting output here. See, this is synchronous call. Asynchronous here without redirection, without refreshment. Synchronous here with redirection and with refreshment. So in the Ajax call time, you will understand here how our page will get output without redirection and without refreshment. That you will understand under this Ajax. Under this Ajax, you will understand here how we'll get output for our application, just like chatting window. How to create that chat window, you will understand under this Ajax. Next one here, responsive design. Here itself, you can check it here, responsive design. Here, responsive design. In this responsive design time, you will understand here how to develop our application for responsive application, mobile phone, tablet, desktop. Here in all different resolution, how you will get your output, that you will understand under responsive design. Under responsive design, you will understand here how you will get output for our application as responsive application. Responsive here, how to get our output for mobile phone, tablet, desktop. In all different resolution, how you will get output, that you will understand under responsive design. Check it here, this responsive application. See, it is showing here first column, second column, and menu bar is like this. So now change the screen size to, see here, menu bar is vertical, and here just before it showed this four items are displaying in the 4-column structure. See, this is loans, digital, and deposits, and spotlight. These all it is displaying in 4 columns. If you change your screen size, these 4 columns all are like this. Here, even though if you change your screen size, that column number, it's converting into single column, that output will come like this. So this way only will execute our output. Okay. So here, if you change your screen size, how you are getting your output, that you will understand under responsive design. Here I'm explaining here responsive design, how to develop your application for different resolution, different screen size, that you will understand under responsive design. Here, next one here, Bootstrap. Here, responsive application, how to develop your application for mobile phone, tablet, desktop, that you will understand under responsive design. Then next topic here, Bootstrap. Bootstrap is just like jQuery. Here it is a HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here it's a framework. It's a framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here itself it is a framework. Framework of here framework. It's a framework of HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Here HTML, CSS, JavaScript framework only, we call it as Bootstrap. So we are going to use that Bootstrap min.css file. Here Bootstrap min.css file, Bootstrap min.js file. Here popper.js file. Here Bootstrap bundle.js file. Here like this, etc., etc. We'll use it as our Bootstrap files. Here, etc., etc. We'll use it as our Bootstrap files. Bootstrap, we use it here to design this type of output. Next one here, last topic of our course is here, lessons as. Here, lessons as of now, remember it's a superset of CSS. Lessons as both are related to CSS only, but something extra we'll learn it under CSS that you will understand under lessons as. Lessons as it is a superset of CSS. So this is the way I'm going to cover all our topics in our course. I'm explaining here all these topics in our content, how to work out with the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, responsive design, Bootstrap, lessons as. These all topics I'm going to continue in our course. Okay. In our course, I'm going to continue these all topics. Here we are learning here UI. UI means here user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics all are like this. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Ajax, Bootstrap, lessons as. These all topics we have to learn. And Monday to Friday, I'll take topic sessions. Saturdays, I'll go for project. One Saturday project session, one Saturday exam. Like that, I'll continue. And everyday files, I'll upload it in one drive. I'll create one Gmail drive for our batch like this. So 6 a.m. drive I created. Same way, I'll create one 9 p.m. drive for your batch. In that drive only, I'll upload all my recordings. Demo recording separately and session number wise, I'll upload all recordings. And programs, paint files, and documents. And we can test. So once I conduct any test, that question papers I'll upload here. So like this, I'll upload all files in everyday notes. You can get my notes through Gmail and I'll share my mail address with you. Here, this is my mail address for the students' reference. So students can contact here in this mail address for their communication. For their doubts and any other topic related task. If I give any task, if you complete that task, you can send to this mail address. So by that, I can check this mail and I can respond to you, or otherwise I can explain if any explanation required. I'll explain to you in the class itself. So that way, generally, I'll communicate with the students. Okay, definitely you can learn the syllabus from my 2 months course. From this UI course, you can learn. The next 2 months will continue on this UI. Here, up to now, yesterday and today's session, you got idea about what all topics we have and each topic related, just brief information. Each topic related, just brief information we discussed up to now. So if you have any doubt anywhere in the program, anywhere in the explanation, you can ask. Any doubts up to now in this session? Yesterday and today, you got idea about my content. So any doubt in this? Yes, please. Yes, any doubts? Rajkumar, Hemajyoti. Yes. If you have any doubt, you can ask, please. So we'll continue tomorrow in the new link for the session 1. So demos are completed. We'll continue tomorrow on the session 1. So topic 1, installation procedure, first program I'll explain to you. First topic, first program I'll explain to you in the tomorrow session. Yes. No doubts. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow in the new link for the continuation of syllabus. Okay. Yeah, continuation of syllabus. We'll do it in the new link. So that will be 1 hour session. So tomorrow onwards, full 1 hour session I'll continue. Please respond to organizer's call. DurgaSoft organizer will call you. So respond to her call. By that only you will get tomorrow's link. Otherwise, you cannot get tomorrow's link for the joining of the class. That's it for today. Thank you. Bye.